3, 2, 1, action. Hey guys, welcome back to Off the Record, where we talk about whatever we want. And thank you so much for supporting us on Patreon. We love you so much. And special shout out to the Heimlich and the defibrillator.
Woo!
Woo!
Woo! Thank you guys. Keep fuck alive.
Go to my Patreon. Erik Griffin.
Check them out.
Nah, don't do that. Don't.
You know what your problem is? Okay? God. Dock her. I'm on her minus.
A lot of them.
Minus $2 for that right there. She's docked.
Eric, you were just saying before in the previous video, fuck Star Wars. You want to elaborate?
No.
Yeah, fuck Star Wars.
Oh my God.
That literally came out of Steve's mouth.
Starsky and Hutch over here. No, I'm interested.
That's
I want
a fucking horrible reference.
No, it's not.
I like the reference.
So what if it's old?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh my God.
2004.
Yeah, it's not that old.
15 years old, bro.
Hey, look, that's when I graduated high school. That's not that
I'm
bad.
too young for that reference.
What's the beef between Star Wars and Star Trek people? Like what is
there
this?
beef?
What is
There's a lot of crossover.
like what does one party say about the other side that this thing's lacking and this?
So Star Trek is basically like what humanity, what we want to reach towards,
Yeah.
and Star Wars is more like just mythical and fun. And
So then why do you hate on one another?
I don't, but I find it to be very funny.
Like, why do they hate?
Is it because like Star Trek people think Star Wars lacks substance then because it's not philosophical?
I think that the hardcore diehard people do. They're like, oh, Star Wars is so
Well,
silly.
Star Wars would be more. See, I think Star Wars is more religious based, and the other one's more science. One's about science.
And
One's
it makes
about.
sense why they hate each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, because they have the
Star
Force.
Wars is more foo-foo. It's about like some Messiah figure and those kind of things. And Star Trek is about like we're gonna be better human beings the smarter we get and the more we use technology to integrate it in our life.
I see.
And like having unlimited resources, like the replicators, like what if that happened and we all could just work on bettering humanity instead of having to produce for ourselves? How?
That's kind of deep, actually.
It's very philosophical.
That's what's cool about Star Trek, but a lot of people don't know that because they're just like,
What
ah,
about
nerd.
Battlestar Galactica? Where do they fall in?
I have no idea. I'm not interested.
What about Spaceballs?
Wait, now you're not too young.
I only know about Battlestar Galactica because of The Office, because of Dwight Schrute. That's the only reason why I know.
Why are you still talking? You got wrecked.
I did not.
Slam! Da, da, da.
It's just boys supporting boys. I think you're fine. They're just being dumb.
I'm over this like circle.
That's okay. That was so hurt. So you've never seen a Star Wars movie? Is that true?
No, I mean, yeah, I have.
What are you talking? You just said you didn't.
So you didn't.
I lied to you.
Well, I haven't.
Fuck, man, I had
I've
your
watched
back.
it with my eyes, but there's nothing memorable that's stuck in here.
You never watched the whole entire movie, or you
I
never
did.
did.
That's what I'm saying. I watched it with my eyes.
You didn't
but-
watch the
In
first
theater.
three?
But I've never been like.
That one's the hardest to get past.
Okay, the oldest guy here,
sucked
let me
me in.
speak.
Yeah.
My first recollection of watching Star Wars was actually, I remember watching Return of the Jedi. in
Which
the
is what
theater.
number?
It was the third
Which
movie.
one's the one with the red face guy with the
Oh,
black?
that's the later dumb movies.
That's the early 2000s.
I'm talking. This was 1970 something.
His name's Dark Maul. Dark Maul.
This is like, but the reason why I remember Return of the Jedi because it was the introduction of THX sound.
The
Ooh, the.
Almost nothing makes me more excited to watch a movie than hearing that shit.
Yeah.
That was like,
So what would it sound like before that?
it was just I don't
Like
know.
a record player?
Not,
with
ster-
all
not,
poppy
not
and shit?
stereosonic. It wasn't stereosonic.
It wasn't stereo sound, so that's the first time they like introduced that, and it was
you
like
hear it in the
amazing.
back?
And then people are like talking about like
So you're saying the movie wasn't that good, but it was just because of sound. That's the
No, the
only thing
movie
that
was-
stuck with you?
No, I'm saying the movie was good. I mean, because it was like the completion of this series, and you loved the characters. You know, Harrison Ford was great.
They were all friends in it.
Yeah, they were friends.
And that's what's so cool about that trilogy compared to this new shit trilogy. Like, all the characters are not really friends. They're like kind of forcing relationships.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to mimic the chemistry that the people had, and they just don't have it.
And they have them separate from
They're
each
not as
other.
good actors. They're just not as good as the original actors.
Well, I think it's the writing mostly, because I think the acting wise, they're fucking amazing actors. Like Daisy Ridley's amazing, Adam Driver's amazing, but their writing gives them nothing to do.
Why do you think?
Yeah, but I don't like emo Jedi.
I don't either.
I mean, I just think the choices are just. I don't like the choices.
I agree. And by the way, all the interesting stuff happened off camera. Yeah. Like the fucking Luke's temple burning down and all of his Jedi getting killed. Like that's so interesting.
And Mark Hamill's the only one in that new movie that. I'm sorry. He was the only one that's like. You know, he still has a little bit of that old, you know, the thing. He was like funny and like, you know, when he threw the thing over, I was like, this is gonna be good.
Now he's dead.
Yeah.
Because I
they're all dead because they don't want to do it.
I recently saw the new one.
You saw The Last Jedi, yeah, and where he died at the end.
Yeah, and then, but then Leia is still alive, but then.
But then, yeah.
And
now
like
she's not alive.
In real life.
Pretty weird choices, yeah. I agree.
Some weird choices in the movie.
I mean, I don't think I was around when the first rounds came out. They came in the 70s?
Yeah.
But they still, watching it on VHS, the magic was still there. Yeah. But when I watched the ones that came out in 2000, it just didn't have the same effect.
It's because it was like stupid stuff that Jar Jar Binks and all that, and we're so much more. You know what I find hilarious about Disney Plus, by the way? I love that they have a disclaimer on Disney Plus about like, hey, let's remember that like we were way more racist back in the day, so some of these references are going to be insensitive. So, but just keep that in mind, you know.
That's so funny.
It's basically like Disney going like, hey, look, it was different, so fuck you, you know.
That's great. I didn't know they had that.
Yeah, they do have that. It says it on some of the So it's like
you like that or you don't like that?
I'm saying like I like it because they're just going. That's them owning it.
Yeah.
Did you see the comparison of what WB wrote compared to Disney though?
No.
WB did it right.
What did they say?
Because they were pretty much saying like, hey, yeah, they have these depictions, but back then it wasn't right, but it was just the cultural norm. We're not standing by it, but now, like, you know, whatever. But then Disney Plus is just like, hey, so that used to be the cultural, or like that used to be okay, but now it's just not really. So it's
No, they're basically saying, to me, the whole thing is just to say to this, because it's to the outraged culture, look, we know, but we're not fucking taking it down. We're not gonna remake the movies. So look at it or not, but that we're washing our hands of. That's, you know.
See, I thought Disney said, hey, we know that this is all kind of fucked up, but Jews kind of sucked back then. That's what I thought they were saying.
That was like, I think that was in small print.
Oh, I see. That's where I read it.
That's what I'm saying. You know how you did it right.
You know how they do the credits sometimes and it goes real fast. You know, like you're watching it on, you know.
If you pause it right at the right point.
TNT and they're showing a movie, they go, and then the other show starts in a little box. Yeah. That's the credits.
Like the idea that they haven't evolved at all.
I don't know. But anyways, I just think that, you know what I love about Disney Plus, by the way, not that we're talking about Disney Plus, but I just like that there's something for everyone. So like, you know, like I want to watch Avengers. My girl wants to watch, you know, Little Mermaid. You know what I mean? They like all those, like, she loves all those cartoons and I'll sit there with her and watch. But then we also love watching National Geographic on there.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, Nat Geo's on
it?
Dude, they got a great show called, what's it called? Oh my God, I forgot.
Man versus Bear?
No, it's something like that, but it's like Hostile World. That's what it's called. Hostile World or Hostile Planet.
Yeah. Oh, and they're just eating each other.
It's just about the animals doing, oh man. There's this one where like, it's like a big bird, right? So there's like 3 little chicks. So like the mama bird and the dad bird have to show the birds how to fly. So they fly off this mountain. Then these chicks jump off and they just plummet, you know? And then you're like, oh my God, and it gets even worse. Then they hit the rock, bow.
They show that?
They show it. And then the bird pops down and then you hear the British guys, but, you know, it's like, but magically the bird is okay. Right? And you're like, oh my gosh. So then the bird gets up and he's like, but he's dazed. And then a falcon comes. What the? You know, right? So then this falcon comes and you're like, the danger is not, you know. So the mom's trying to stop the falcon. The falcon does a juke move, grabs a chick, and flies off. And you're just like,
and the bird's dead now.
Yeah, you're just like,
I was so invested.
That's what I'm saying. So
I thought I was gonna get rescued.
But the whole point of it, it's like, this one is like, so they
need better writers.
It's called Hostile Planet. So like, it's all different, really weird places that animals live. And this one's on a mountain.
They should just call it Sad Endings.
That's why when people say like, oh, humans, we should be doing better, I'm like, fucking, I'm glad
nature's even more fucked up.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's like the faces of death of fucking birds and shit.
How about like you have to worry about your kid you just gave birth to on the fucking Serengeti? Yeah. You gotta be like, okay, can you run, bitch? Because we gotta go. Because, you know, here come the fucking lions.
Yep.
Oh, the other one was like they had these turtles. So the turtles have to go from like the shore and they have to go into the sea. And then the British guy's like, but this journey to the sea is the most dangerous. And sure enough, it's like birds are flying in, grabbing the baby turtle.
I seen those.
Fucking wolves are coming in like,
It's like a stampede, and there's just every
And they're the
fucking
cutest.
animal, and they're
What?
just like, I gotta go.
Why do they have to be so fucking cute? That's my problem. The little baby turtles.
All the babies so cute.
Oh man.
Do they have any bloopers at the end when like the British guy is like, what the fuck? This thing never ends this way.
They should have
Disney.
that. But they're not on Disney.
Come on.
I thought you were thinking bloopers like the Falcons, like, oh hey, I missed that one, guys. Let me do it
No, I'm
again.
thinking the voiceover guy where he's sick of it. He's like, fuck, there's so much fucking tragedy in this world.
But there was one with this lion is living on this mountain, and then it stomps on this gazelle or whatever it is, and they plummet 200 feet.
Both of them.
Both of them. But you know what's crazy? The lion never lets go of this fucking thing, so they're just plummeting like.
Fucking badass.
Fuck.
Did they live?
They lived.
Wow.
Well, one of them didn't live.
Well, yeah.
True.
Yeah, but it's like anyway. There's something for everyone on Disney.
There is. I love it.
You just told me. I'm gonna.
I like this hostel show.
Hey, you have 9 passwords, don't you? 9 or 9.
I know it's crazy. And also,
Share one with
do you
him.
have do you guys have Hulu?
Yeah. Now you can bundle it and save
bundle
money
it, yes.
with ESPN.
Yeah.
I saw that deal.
And Disney Plus?
No, but if you have Disney Plus, if you have Hulu already, you should get Disney Plus. You're wasting your time.
Oh, really?
Wasting your money. Yeah, because you're not spending any more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can get Hulu with Disney Plus.
But what if I want to vote with my money about the new Star Wars movies about how I don't like them? And so if I get Disney Plus, I feel like I'm encouraging them.
I know.
Well,
But that's the only way to watch Mandalorian.
I know, and I heard that's nice.
Mandalorian's worth it. And they're going to, all those Avengers spin-off shows are going to come out
Hey,
too.
so that's not Baby Yoda?
No.
That's just the race?
Yoda's the name of the race either. Yoda was the guy's name.
Yeah, but that's not Yoda's past?
No, Yoda died at this point. This is 5 years after Return of the Jedi where Yoda died.
Maybe he's reincarnated.
Maybe this is like an illegitimate son of Yoda.
It could have been his illegitimate kid.
He was
Well, where's the woman?
You know, Yoda's a deadbeat dad because he went to this fucking planet. He just left his kid. You know what I mean?
He was a drunk too.
He was a drunk. Yeah, right. Little fucking hermit. You know.
People don't know that. He actually just used the Force because he was fucking drunk the whole time, just to be like stable. That's mostly what he was using.
Well, he was 800 years old, living on some hostile planet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There was creatures all the time. He lived in a little hut.
You know why he's in Dagobah is to get away from all his fucking illegitimate kids.
Yep.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
He had a lot of
Because imagine this: they're babies for 50 years.
Oh,
What a nightmare! I would leave too.
really? They're babies for 50 years?
Yeah, because this baby Yoda is 50. Oh shit! He's still a. Can you even imagine? Oh my!
Cute little piece
We don't
of
even know
shit.
when they age up a little bit because that's only 50 years. What if it's fucking?
It's still like. So that means like at least 200 years you have to take care of this kid. Like you have to do everything for it.
Dude, that means
Listen, I'm out.
he's a teenager.
Where is Dagobah?
He's a teenager for like 400 years. Fuck that
Wow.
Out. That's not a good race.
Nope.
That's too much time.
shit. You gotta get paid for a cell phone service for like 400 years. Fuck that shit. Are you kidding me?
And he's and he imagine.
Crashing cars for 400 years too.
Oh my god, it's a nightmare.
So he's got to have a side piece, but from a different race. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hope he gets killed by a dark Jedi pretty quickly.
I know.
I don't know if there's dark
He's
Jedi.
just too fucking cute.
Well, no, I'm just talking about raising them. It's just,
Well, you know,
Every
I do
time-
find this an interesting choice that they're using puppets instead of CGI.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yoda from Empire always looked better than anything they ever fucking made after that. I swear to God.
Yeah, it's a weird choice, but like what I'm saying, what it does is it masks the real CGI.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, your eye doesn't pick up on it. You're just kind of like, wow, they're using. So then you go, is everything else real? You know, it's a mind fuck.
Scorsese does it. It's the best CG in the universe. I
Don't
think.
say anything about the Irishman.
No. I'm talking about.
Well, you haven't seen it?
Not yet.
Ugh, boring as fuck.
Don't say it.
Sorry.
I'm talking about the.
And the de-aging in the movie, they made De Niro go from 90 to 86.
And it looks horrible.
Fucking worst de-aging. This is so stupid.
And it looks like shit.
Yeah, it's like he still looks old as fuck. Like,
Why don't you just take his actual face and do what you guys made it look like, which is cover it in fucking jelly?
yeah.
Like that's how it looks.
Really?
You can't go from old as fuck to old.
They just, it's like you're right. They took Vaseline and just smeared it on his face. That's how
Why?
it looks. It looks whack, man.
The fuck?
Because that's what they said about the Will Smith movie too, right? Like they didn't really look that
No,
good.
I disagree completely. I liked Gemini Man. I thought the special effects in that were outstanding. But
Why didn't they do that in the trailers?
wait,
was
but
so bad.
no. I saw the movie in like this new 8K movie theater. Okay.
8K? What's
Yeah,
that?
it's just it's the
Where
new
is that?
it's a new the technology. Well, you know, by the way, 4K, they always have made movies in 4K. They just didn't have the capability to show them to like, you know, so now we have 4K TVs, but now the next step is going to be 6K, 8K TVs. So you go, but here's the thing I didn't like about it is because it's so crisp that the CGI became like you saw it.
But you said it was tight.
But there was other parts of the movie where it was like really fantastic.
Is it like kind of like one of those TVs when you look at it and the frame rate's too fast, where it like looks too real and
Yeah, it looks like a home movie, you know. Sometimes when it's like, but they're working on. But I think that if you saw this movie in like regular definition, you would be blown away by however they did it. It's just the story sucked.
I see.
The story sucked, but the special effects were amazing.
Well, the hook sucked. It's like, hey, did you see the trailer? It's like Will Smith has to face his greatest enemy, himself. Or it's like, and then they also said, Will Smith shines twice. I was like, holy shit, that is embarrassing.
Yeah, but it's like amazing. Like I think the whole movie is to showcase the technology. You know, so it's just one of those things. I mean, it's like when you watch a movie like Star Wars, the whole point of it is like this, you know, magical CGI. Yes, it's sci-fi world. So we kind of like, we go in with like, okay, this is gonna look whatever it's gonna look like, you know. Yeah. And so we've trained ourselves to like suspend our disbelief in certain things. But when you have this new technology, that's where we're at. We're trying to figure it out, but it just doesn't have the same effect. I'm old enough to remember watching Jurassic Park in theaters for the first time.
Me too.
Yeah, and Jurassic Park, when you saw that dinosaur for the first time, that was the most amazing movie experience of my life. There's never been anything to top it, because that was the first time it was like, that shit looks real. And that's the last time we felt like that, because everything else now we go, I can see the CGI.
For me, it was Rob Schneider in The Animal when he was a dolphin. I was like, I've never seen that.
Stupid.
That is incredible.
The way he moved,
He
dude.
really did. He really moved like a dolphin.
I remember thinking they fucking made the Titanic like a real fucking boat. Cause I didn't know it was CG back then.
Yeah.
And then you see it now, you're like, that's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
Well, the Titanic itself actually was a piece of shit.